Hey now, welcome to Hot Book Alert Live. We are on time ish,
It's my
and
fault. It's my fault. I I had my eyes on an auction and I lost the damn thing by it looks like $2. So, apologies for the delay. But you can blame me. It wasn't this man.
yo, I set my alarm. I had like three different alarms on my phone set, so I think and they all happened to work. So I think that's a good sign for the future. And joining me is Mr. Long Short. Okay, so you bid on an item, but didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out. I had a number in mind. You got to stick to it. You can't. The problem is with auctions, if you don't have discipline, you end up getting sucked in with buyer's remorse, buyer's regret. So I stick to my prices, and what'll be will be. And I didn't get it. I didn't get it, but there's always another one, man. There's always another one.
Okay, so how was your week? Regard other than that,
It
other
was
than the auction.
chill. I mean, there was there was really very little comic action this week. I had a pretty good week last week at a con. I mean, I'll just show one book that I finally got that I'm happy about. I guess I should show two quick ones I got for cheap. I got been had been looking for this. I got this for $25. There was a dealer who I knew who had it, and I forgot to go back at Terrificon, and then he happened to be at this other show, everything 50% off. So $25 for that. I was happy as hell.
What does
And then
that
this
go
book,
for?
there's nothing around. Like it's not listed anywhere. Like the one before it goes for big money. Issue number 9.
Yeah, where he's
We
upside down.
Yeah, he's fallen. Yeah, we've talked about that one quite a bit. But this one, number 10, you just don't see it anywhere anymore. So I would imagine at least as much as that, if not more. And then finally found this book for $17 in really sharp shape, Punisher 100. There were two versions of this. The foil is easy to find, but they did this non-foil with a different cover. Super tough, but for $17, I figured couldn't leave that one behind. So
That freaking Punisher 100 is like insanely hard to find. I found one like a few months ago. Um, but yeah, that was and usually the condition is always beat up. I noticed if you do come across it,
totally,
and they still
absolutely.
want a lot of money for it. You know what I mean? And so
This thing is pretty clean. I'm not going to go as far as to say it's a 9.8, but it's in the mid nines somewhere. So, yeah, I've seen people ask big, even beat to shit. People ask big money for that book. So, anyways, happy to have found that one. So, but yeah, it was a pretty chill week for the most part. It's getting to the point in the year where the cons are gone away, and it's just LCSs and online shopping at the moment. So,
hmm I totally get that. Yeah, I get that. No, there was a convention about 3 hours away from me that I kind of wanted to go to, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like driving.
yeah.
There's something about Sundays that are just like sacred. I just kind of want to chill out and work on the show. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
mean,
mean?
if you're not feeling it, a long drive to go somewhere, getting there and just not being in the groove, that's like, adding insult to injury. You drove 2 hours and then you get to the show and you're just not like in it. Like I hate it when
hmm
that happens. Like I've been looking forward to I get there and for whatever reason I just like I'm kind of mentally checked out. Like that pisses me off. So um try to avoid that whenever I can.
Yeah, you had seen those romance books that I had shown you from this from that seller at the convention, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so um he was gonna be there and he was gonna have like a lot more. So I was just kind of like I was like, just checking
Yeah, I might have found a way to get up for that, dude. I mean, what you showed the other ones that you showed me, I might have psyched myself up. How long of a drive was it? Like, what were you talking about getting there?
It was like exactly 3 hours.
Oh, 3. Fuck. The difference between 3 and 2 is a lot. Is a damn lot. So
Mhm.
I hear you, man. 3 hours that's a long drive.
Yeah. But okay, so let me see. Where's okay? Here we are. I wanted to check Heritage. I but I wanted to see what like recently sold.
I don't know. I must have been watching something because I got hit up by Heritage before the show about an auction that I was watching. So, but I had my
Hmm.
eye on that eBay auction, and well, we know how that ended. So,
Oh wow. Oh wow. Look at this.
damn,
Is this is
that's
the
the
original
OA.
Amazing Spider-Man 194 Black Cat original art. Holy cow. Wow. This thing survived.
Damn, what did it go for?
Actually, it's up it's not it's a auction preview, so not yet.
Okay.
It's not up. It's not for
I
sale
wish I
yet.
could say that I'd be in the running for that, but at 500,000, whatever the freaking thing's going to go for, it'd probably be out of my reach.
Oh man. I want to see. Okay, so how do you look up like what recently sold? Navigating Heritage is kind of a bitch.
There is an option in there, but I feel like I'm like in another country when I go on this website half the time. Don't understand the language, don't understand.
Okay, so past sold items. Oh, jeez. See, this is because I just want to see what sold recently.
There
Most
is
recent.
definitely um there's definitely a link for that. I can't think of where the hell I found it.
Best match, price, time earliest, time latest. I want to see. All I just want to see is what sold. Oh, and speaking of what's on the thumbnail here. So the Wonder Comics. Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a book high on my list. High on my list.
What is Heritage doing selling shit like this? Like
You
New
got to be an
Mutants
idiot to
100.
sell shit a 96 100. Like the buyer for these books are not coming to Heritage. I mean, you've got to be stupid to try to sell these on Heritage.
What is going on?
Yeah,
Do they know what they're doing?
I've never understood that. Like,
Okay, so view lot sold. Like all I just want to see is what sold the most recent sales. There we go. Uh and we're looking at shit from 2023. Oh, come on.
yeah, I don't click on the other one.
Which one?
I always get. Are you highlighting the view past sales? Yeah, that thing is selected. Not. I don't know if the blue is selected or the white is selected.
Okay. Comics and comic art. Hmm. Oh. Cuz I just want to see what sold like recently.
Yeah, man.
And they love giving me a hard time. It's just me. Nobody
Nah,
else.
man.
I
The
hate
entire
navigating.
process with Heritage, it feels like a production.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's like, okay, so you try to bid on an item, and then it's like, oh, you got to sign in, and you got to fill out a few more forms. But at any rate, because this is like, so that the Amazing Fantasy and the Action Comics, this is basically what always pops up. Damn. And I always have to like start at the very beginning because I get like tripped up.
Just seeing if I can see it on this here.
Can you get steals on Heritage? Is it possible too?
It is 100%. I mean, I think when I bought that Sun Girl #1, I think that was pretty much a steal because I put in my bid and then nothing happened at the live bidding. And it was almost a grand below where I'd previously sold. Now the whole market was down, but that it wasn't that long ago. So you can, because there's only so much I think that can be absorbed by these auctions, man. Because this is obviously bigger books.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I broke it up by Golden Age, and so I'm getting the most recent sales here.
Is this alphabetical still though, or is that just
Uh, it
how they
looks
listed them?
alphabetical. Yeah, it looks alphabetical. I have this book here, Adventures in the Weird Worlds, number 26. I have this book, and mine looks better. See, for $74, that looks like a deal.
Yeah, no, they can definitely be had.
Rex the Wonder Dog, Adventures of Rex the Wonder Dog. Um, See, look at this. Okay, so take a look at this. New tab. All winners number 13 for 930. And the 3 oh, and the 3-0. But you got that little chunk missing right there.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
probably enough to turn. Oh, in the back there too.
there's like 2 chunks missing.
It's weird. It's like they were intentionally like just torn out.
Yeah. Okay, so all winners number 4. So you got the old CBCS slab and label, which looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know why they ever went away from this.
I don't know, man. The new label has really been catching my eye. When I see those things listed on eBay, I don't know why. It just really starts to pop for me. Their new label.
Mm.
I really dig it.
I like this, but I like this little logo right there.
Yeah. Yeah, the logo, their logo is the worst part of the new label. It just looks it doesn't look substantial enough for whatever, but the case itself looks pretty cool.
Okay, now this is a book that I kind of was gonna talk about, but I didn't in the slides. But Earthman on Venus
And I dig this, yeah.
is a great cover, and I think it went cheaper on Heritage than it did on eBay.
288, that's not bad.
Yeah, and this looks like a solid VG copy. So,
Yeah, the back cover looks nice and clean. Wow, that's a good looking book. Wow.
mm-hmm. Let's see what else. And okay, and look at this. So you got Beware Terror Tales for $100, and this is from what, 1952.
Sign me up.
Looks like a nice, VG minus.
That lower corner there's a little fucked up. All right.
Yeah. So it's like staining and it's like
Is that a tear at the bottom, or is that just like how the water kind of out of the stain?
that's just the water.
All right.
Okay, so that looks like a deal for the Earthman on Venus. This cover here.
Oh yeah.
This one is wild. Okay. So Blue Beetle what number is this? Number 55 from 1948.
I love the Blue Beetle stuff, man. I really do.
Yeah, these Blue Beetles are Yeah, these covers are outrageous, man.
Yeah, Jack Heyman did a lot of them.
Did he delve into smut like our guy Alex Schomburg? I have a feel like he must have.
I mean, he was almost dealing with it in the Blue Beetle. I mean, it's that famous one of the girl in pink getting changed in the mirror, right? And
Yeah.
what issue was that? I always forget, but yeah, I love these caps. When Cap went horror, like these are high in my list of books to have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so look at this one. So 1949. So we're post-war, but we're still in the 1940s.
Yeah. These are cool. I mean, this book looks rougher than a 3.0 though. Is it all like rubbing off up there? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Okay, so it looks like it was like placed on something wet
Yeah.
and the
I mean,
color
I'll
just
take
kind of came off.
tears over that, to be honest with you.
Damn. But I will say at least the image on the cover is still
Yeah.
pretty bright.
The image is great, but the trade dress is so much of these books, though. Some of them, like some of these caps, but
Mm-hmm.
um, the back cover here is not bad.
Now this is interesting. So you got a superhero title, like a superhero horror title for the
Yeah,
most part.
selling lingerie on the back.
Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of wild.
He's gonna buy it for his girl, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so these guys are back from they're okay. So the guys that were fighting overseas, they're back. But they're still reading comics.
Yeah.
All right, so Blue Beetle, Cap, and there was one I wanted to look at. It was the shoot. Which one was it? And then you got the damn it. Was it Chamber of Chills, the like the wine glass?
Yeah, 19.
Chamber of Chills 19. Now I don't see it up here. I know
You know,
it just
that's a
sold.
book that's a book I really want, but I will say this. You know, I like, the rarer the better.
Yeah.
Um, but for a golden age book, they're relatively plentiful on the census. I think there's like 150 of them. I like to see them in the certainly sub 100, but in the 30s or 20s. I mean, that's really what kind of gets me excited. But that book is fairly plentiful by golden age standards.
Okay, so here's the one. Here it is right here. So you got this 4.0 that sold for 10 grand, like 10.8.
Yeah. I mean, it's an awesome book, obviously.
Damn. Hmm. Like the earliest Captain America you can think of, or something like this, and like in like in like comparable price.
Incomparable price. I mean, all right. So Cap 1 and Cap 3, very top of my list of Golden Age books that I would kill to have.
Yeah.
Um, this is high on the list, but I don't want to break the bank for it just because, like I said, it's relatively plentiful by Golden Age standards. But I would love, I mean, someone who loves punk rock, the Misfits obviously used this cover on,
Yeah.
Die Die My Darling. Um, yeah, I mean, I would love one of these. The caps would probably come first, but they're not equal. Cap 1 and Cap 3 are bigger books than that. So
Did I spell America wrong? Oh well. But yeah, this is the one I really wanted to look at. So this is what, 1953.
yeah. I mean, I just grabbed the Chamber of Chills not long ago, that I really like. I don't have it handy, but it was number 22, I think, where
Yeah.
she's in the glass tube. I mean, I'm very happy with that. I mean, it's clearly not anywhere near the same level as 19, but for like $150, I'm not going to complain.
Okay, so this is the, what is this, a UK version of Eerie number 3
Hmm.
for $140 pretty much.
It seems like a steal.
Yeah.
What year I mean, was this? This must have been near when the original came out.
Okay, so it says 1952 on the label.
I mean, damn.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, man. For $150, I would have bought this happily and been pumped to grab this. Look at that. It's a beautiful cover.
Mhm. Oh, damn. Okay, so you have Exciting Comics. Look at that.
God, that was a steal.
For 384.
Yeah, I've come so close to buying this book on many occasions, but that's a great price.
That is a great looking just action shot.
Yeah,
And
that is Kate Bishop before they knew who Kate Bishop was.
This is the prototype. Kate Bishop prototype.
Yep.
See, yeah, this is like, see, to me, this looks like a damn good deal.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
if I saw this raw for that much, I'd be on it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So so slabbed up, yeah. Oh
What did that
wow.
exciting go for? Right there on the left.
The one,
The
oh,
first
this one.
appearance. Yeah, first appearance of Ms. Mystery or whatever she goes by.
Oh wow. Okay, so number 53 sold for 2280.
Damn. I really like this book. Ms. Mask, yeah. Um
Is this a character that like Alex Ross draws all the time?
I believe that's the character they brought back for that Dynamite series. Yeah. Some really good Alex Ross covers.
Yeah. That don't sell for shit.
So for whatever reason, they don't go for anything, but they're stunning. I mean,
Yeah. I can see why this sold for so much. But okay, so in this condition, so this is a 7.5
hmm
from what, 1947 in
yeah.
7.5. So,
I mean that's about what I paid for my Sun Girl #1 in a 7.5.
okay.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a thing unto itself, Bri, but it's, I mean, for people who like this stuff, I mean, this stuff is all, when you say take off, I mean, it's unlikely to ever hit the levels of like a Cap or a Batman or Superman or any of that stuff, because those have been so, those characters are so part of just broader culture. But within collecting circles, all of this stuff is sought after, for people who like this golden age stuff. So but I'd be careful if your expectations are that it becomes the next Tech 27 or something. That's unlikely to happen. But but once the bug bites you for the golden stuff, it's a damn, the fever burns hot. Let's leave it at that.
It's it seems like a never-ending well.
Yeah,
bro, look at this cover.
Yeah, this is beautiful. 9.4 too.
Okay, so this 9.4 sold for $528. Beautiful showgirl cover. Look at that. Uh-oh. What we got here?
I was waiting. I knew he was coming. Young
Shug in the house.
I would have been on sooner. My fucking cat doesn't piss all over the place.
You had to clean up.
Oh my god. It's not even my cat too, it's the wife's cat, so that makes it even frustrating.
Dude, I feel you, man. My dog, for whatever reason, just decided to piss on the couch today for for no reason. She hasn't pissed in the house, and he hasn't pissed in the house in 4 years. And all of a sudden just,
it's like a new development, because it was fine. Now all of a sudden she just poops and pisses wherever she wants, and I'm like,
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We got an outdoor cat in the making.
Pretty much. Oh, she wouldn't survive. She weighs like 40 pounds. Literally.
Yeah, okay. Anyways. So before we got into the slides, we were taking a look at some heritage stuff, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think of a cover like this? Nice little showgirl cover. So this 9.4 sold for $528.
That's a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the grade, I'd love to see the census on it when we look that up. Because is it like really rare? Is it like what year is it?
Can't be more than 30. There's no freaking way.
Yeah. Hey, did you win? Did you end up winning your thing?
Nah, dude. I said 325 was my limit. It fucking went 327. So I don't know.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Oh, here's the census.
Oh, good. It shows it. Yeah.
Okay, so
17.
Oh yeah, 17 total. Okay.
Yep.
Is that 9.4 a big outlier for the top end, or is there a lot of high grade?
No, it's just 2.
Yeah, 2, and then there is 196 ahead of it though, but just 1. So yeah, we're looking up just like the recent auction, like recent heritage stuff.
I got you, boys. I'm just gonna look at some of these First Love Illustrateds.
Oh, geez, look at this. Okay, so this sold horrific. Look at this devil cover for $180.
Who did that? Who did the cover? Does it say?
I get it. Let's see. Don Heck, of course.
No shit, man. That's...
Yeah. So this 2.0 sold for $180 on Heritage. That looks like a deal, because I've never seen this thing. I've never seen this on eBay.
I've seen a lot of horrifics. Some of the middle tier horrifics, like this one, and like obviously number 1's iconic, yada yada yada. But I mean, it's still only a 2.0. I mean, that's not terrible.
Horrific 11 comic, because I've never noticed this book on eBay.
I mean, there's photocopies.
Oh, look at that! See,
yeah,
a photocopy, and I'm not seeing anything.
No, I mean they're like rare. I mean, people once people got on a pre-code, they just like So like a 5.5 for number one's like 50 or $3,100, which
Yeah.
doesn't seem terrible. Which one's at 11? You said?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, they don't have that one on my comic shop, but they have a whole bunch of mid-tier ones. It's like, a 4.0 is 8, or a 1.5 is like 300, 4.5 is 845. Coverless is $299, which is kind of ridiculous, but obviously number 3 is like the iconic one, number 1, stuff like that. So
yeah, that's a good looking 2.0. I mean, I can't really see all the defects, but it's not.
Okay, so it's gotta be. Okay, so you got a spine split. I gotta imagine there's like, and you see right there.
Yeah, even so, man, that's.
I've never noticed this cover before.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and for like what? Less than $200?
Yeah, I mean a 3.0 sold in 22 for $528. Back in 2019, a pedigree of 2.0 sold for for $202. So 3.5 was like $330. So it's like, I would say 100 point, roughly. Roughly.
This is going on the want list.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about, like, if can deals be had on Heritage?
Yes.
And
so
I think
it's Christmas time. Like right now, through Christmas, and like around Christmas and like the New Year, it's when you get good deals. Like that's a good deal.
I feel like up until it feels like after Christmas, a lot of the books I have an eye on, they go, people got Christmas money and they're throwing it at shit they want. But like between now and Christmas is when you can snipe some good shit. It feels like after, I don't know, after people get those Christmas gift cards and all that shit, I don't know. It seems like there's a window where that a lot of that stuff starts to those deals go away.
So this is kind of high actually. Well, with the buyer premium included, this is about roughly what it is. It's $492 roughly for this. So with a buyer premium, it's you're not that bad of a deal. But
what's up, Mo? Thank you, man. Fair enough, but what are people actually buying? What are they? What are collectors?
I mean, last time I checked, it was Mark Spears, and more Mark Spears.
I'm buying Golden Age, dude. So I'm buying.
Yeah, I was just fascinated by like some of these sales here. And
will they take my eBay $45 coupon? You think they will take that as a collateral? That's a great cover for $99.
So this is 1946. I swear this looks foreign though. It's not, but it looks foreign.
Mm-hmm.
It has that.
She's got an accent.
She definitely has an accent.
It looks like something from Spain. All right. It's trying to find some either hot pick or okay. Let's look at this one. Man of Mars. This is a classic cover right here. Look at that hot green alien.
Mm-hmm.
There was another Man on Mars too, right? There's two. I've got the other one. Hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture. I don't know. It doesn't go for shit, but it came out like around the same freaking time, I want to say.
There's definitely growth in the Golden Age. Oh yeah, for sure.
No, it's just. Would you go to the last auction on the 6th and 7th?
Is this it? Okay, so this was December 8th. So today.
December 8th.
Yeah, so we were going back like the last like couple days.
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing what was up.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, so
Interesting.
I guess that was the it's like the highlights. I wanted to check on like the really good sales
hmm
and like good and like covers and see if there were actually any deals to be had. Okay, so look at this one. Captain Science.
Yeah, these Captain Sciences have some great
Ooh.
covers, man.
Okay,
Mhm.
so this 4.5 sold for 312.
Yeah, this is a great one, man.
Look at this. That is awesome. Damn.
You're a
You know,
buyer,
it-
Extra Price?
What we saying?
I am. I'm
You're
a buyer.
Shit. If I saw this raw, just like with the other book, I think I would. I think I'd buy it. I'm in for it. What's up?
Another super chat, man. Thank you.
In is broken is pronounced Mayo Mars. Yes.
They had that Amazing Adventures went off too, number 4 for like $1,680 too. 6.5 for $1,600, $1,700.
What book was that?
It looks like I'll shoot it. Let's see if I can do this. I'll put it in private chat. Hold on a second.
Okay.
That's a great cover, and that's a hell of a deal for such a high grade. I mean, $1,680 relatively seems cheap for a high grade of that book. I do it in the private chat.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah. This one.
Chia.
I've got a bunch of those amazings. Hold on. I don't think I have that one though.
I mean, you see it on the wall for $1,600. I'm trading my ass off to try to grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sick.
I've got this one, and I got the Schomburg too.
Nice.
That painted Schomburg is a sleeper. I don't know.
Ooh.
I always love
That's
that.
that's Schomburg.
That's Schomburg, yeah.
Get out of here. Damn. Okay. I'm working with something. Let me. Okay. Yeah, that's a good. I guess you can. What is this? A robot cover?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've come close to that one a couple times, but never got there.
So the which one was this? Captain Science. Yes, this is a definite bondage cover. All day, every day. It only counts when there's a cleavage involved. Like those comics where like Bucky is tied up, that doesn't count. That don't count.
He can fend for himself.
Yeah. He's on his own. All right. I think we can move it along. But there's some really I mean, look at this one. If there's some deals to be had, just a good look at this. So this chick is about to get strangled. This is like an attempt, almost strangulation cover. 4.5 sold for $159.
Yeah, man. But if she was getting strangled, I mean, it would go for 5 times as much.
Yeah, but that tension, it helps a lot though. Damn.
Yeah, I'm looking what's on the block right now. Just high price stuff right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Playboy 1, which is interesting. For like $2,800 right now, but it's still going.
Hell, I had a reprint of that I think I sold for like $100.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was like a modern. It was like from 2009 or something like that. So, okay. I got some cool shit lined up for Tuesday show.
I do too. I got some stuff. I think Chris is going to come on with us because he came back from the UK. He bought a bunch of shit, he told me.
Okay.
So he didn't tell me what he bought, but he says he got pickups. You know him.
Where was he? Like
London.
He was in London. Yeah,
London and other places, I think too.
I've hit all those stores in London pretty hard.
He went to who did Tim Burton? He did a Tim Burton exhibit over there.
Oh, well, that must have been cool.
Oh, it was dope. It was dope.
Okay, so look at this one. I guess we'll look at this one. This will be our last heritage. So this one, Exciting Comics. Look at that. You got the half-dressed hot chick fending off vultures.
And the Schomburg cover.
Yeah. And this one, okay, so this was an 8 that sold for 900.
Yeah, that seems low, man, for a beautiful Schomburg.
So you like this?
I do. I mean, it's not the first Schomburg I would go to, but there ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean,
mm-hmm. Yeah, she looked down for the cause. All right, cool. All right, let's get into the slides. All right, so it's like a interesting week. I was trying to find more like modern sales, but it seems like the Golden Age took over. It was just more interesting Golden Age sales, in my opinion. So what are we starting off with? All right, so we got Planet Comics number 65 from 1951. So this is a Joe Doolin cover. And this is the cover. There's so many covers that I just I never notice. And you got the woman, I guess you say, in distress.
I was bidding on this fucking book this weekend. One went. What did it go for? I wonder if it's the same sale, but yeah, man, I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one.
All right, let's see if this is the one. Okay, so take a look at the census. We have 111 total, with the highest being in 8.5. And let's take a look. Okay, so we had a CGC 4.5 that sold for 622.
Yeah, was this yesterday? This one went.
Where's the date on this? The 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. I was bidding on this thing.
Okay. Let's take a look. As everybody can see, I got rid of the duck.
Oh yeah, I was gonna congratulate for that.
Yeah, man, look at you.
We're moving up. There was a Black Friday sale on
duck removal.
Yeah, duck removal memberships. And so I figured, okay, it was like now or never.
Is it a lifetime one?
It's
I think I got a lifetime one because I was like one of the first ones on this fucking thing.
Seriously? How much was a lifetime one?
Oh, I don't even know what I pay now. Let me look. I don't even know what I pay.
$15.
No, it's more expensive than that. I know it's close to that though. Let's see. My account billing. Lifetime discount applied $391 a year. So if you divide that by 12, what's that? Like nothing? Like let's see what the calculator out. 391 divided by 12. $32 a month, $33 a month.
Oh geez.
For lifetime. I was like, I can afford that. I don't know. And mine's like one tier above like the free one. It's not like the business one or whatever the fucking crazy ones are. But
I'm like, I don't need all that extra stuff. I just wanted to get rid of the duck.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a beautiful book, man. I'm a little sick to my stomach right now.
Okay, do you wish you had bid more?
Now I do, seeing you show it on the show.
You know what? Like you'll show. Okay, so you'll talk about a book on like Long Story Short, or like you'll post it up on Instagram, and it'll be something either I want or I had, and I'll just be like, you don't know anything about me with the book, but I just take it so personal. It's like you're stabbing me with it.
This whole fucking game is personal, man. It's just like scars, scars. These damn books leave scars.
I'm like, why are you talking about this? Can't you like read my mind?
The problem is, if I did all that, if I say, okay, let's, and everybody's like, don't talk about that one. I don't have it. Then we'd be no books to talk about. We'd all
Right.
like veto the entire list.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, it's all good.
I like when people talk about it and then you find it because it's like a bigger challenge. And then like, oh, I found this when everyone I found like Heir to the Empire. Remember when Heir to the Empire was like the biggest thing on the moon?
Yeah.
I found 4 of them that same week when it was the hottest book ever for like less than like $30 a book. So
just rub it in, man. At that point, right?
Come on, I mean,
this is pretty solid though.
Yeah,
this is a really solid book. It looks better than does it look better than the 4.5 though?
Yes, it does. That's what.
It's got pressable defects in it, like the top up there.
Yeah.
Above the dude's head on the left, yeah. And you can clean it a little bit.
Yeah.
It might jump to a 5, maybe.
All right, can we move on to the next one? Can we stop talking about this one?
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's probably a solid 6 with a good press on the clean.
I mean, it's like an 8.5.
Man, whoever missed out on this book, boy, that's the mistake of the century right here.
Hey, they got video games on Heritage now too. FYI, up there. Just saying.
All right, what are we doing next? Okay, so this book here, Headline Comics number 37. This is a book that I've heard of, but I don't think I've ever actually had seen. So this is Jack Kirby photo cover. So this is from 1949. Let's see. Let me take a look at the census here. Wow, only 23 total on the census.
Love it, man. Love it.
Yeah, this is a good. And there's also a book where it's Jack Kirby and Joe Simon, but they're illustrated on the cover, and they're like in a lineup. I forget the name of the book, but yeah, I think that might be another one to look out for. But I like this a lot, and so we had a raw copy that sold for $1,500.
Damn.
That I mean, if the Black Rider number 8 can sell for a lot, why not this one? And people like Jack Kirby a lot more than Stan.
You see Stan's house is up for sale.
Really?
8.8 million.
Damn.
Come with any comic books or?
Oh, probably. I don't even know what's even in there. Probably nothing.
Some comics in the floorboards, because I know people they come to Cleveland to the Superman house where Superman was created, and like they always think they're gonna find like an Action Comics number 1 like in the walls or something like that, or some original art.
Yeah, and let's be honest, like in his last years, would say most of the shit was probably either in a vault or liquidated out, or
I mean, he went through some hard times, man. He probably liquidated all that shit like way before.
Yeah. But you guys like this book? Headline.
I'm passing.
Not a.
It's cool for $1,500. I'm directing my money elsewhere, I think, but I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, for me, I'd spend it somewhere else, I think.
This is a cool cover, though. Anytime you can see like like a just a photo of Jack Kirby.
Oh, I
Mhm.
definitely appreciate that. The colors on this are cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's next? Okay, so this is Four Color Comics number 16. So this is the first appearance of Mickey Mouse in comics. And let's see. Let's take a look at that census. Okay, so we have 135 total. And I'm stalling for time so I can bring up the listing.
I'm surprised there's only 135. Sans the fact that Disney collectors are wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it's the 40s, and I know, like, obviously the war and everything, but still, I just can't believe,
You know what? You're right about that. Yeah, it looks like Jamaican colors
Mhm.
on the head. That looks like. All right, so a 5.0 of Four Color number 16 sold for 5,500. No, it sold for how much did it sell for?
5Gs.
5,500. Yeah, so it sold for that.
Okay, you're just slide drawing.
Yeah, I messed up.
No, you're cool.
I'm looking dead. Like I was looking dead at the price, and then I still put in 5,000.
Well, because it's the best offer, you thought it would be underneath 5,500, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a VG fine right now for like $8,000 on eBay. There's a 2.0 for like $4,000. So I mean, that seems like a good deal. I mean, unless the 2.0 is like stupidly priced. I mean,
yeah.
There's a 1.0 for $20,000. So people are just fishing out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, interesting.
I'm kind of surprised it didn't go for more. I mean, Mickey Mouse, it just feels like there's the number of collectors and buyers are just massive.
I thought this would be like $10,000 or something, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, so I'm thinking just because. Okay, so the debut of Mickey was what, 1929. So it's basically like a 10-year gap between his first appearance in like the cartoons and his first appearance in comics. I figure if maybe that gap was like a little bit wasn't so wide, I think it might go for more. That's my theory. If it were if this were like, I don't know, a platinum age book,
yeah,
I think it would probably go for, like, if it were like maybe a
little closer to the time when Mickey first came out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Steamboat Willie style.
Mm-hmm.
The colors on this are cool, and the horror aspect of it is cool.
So if it were like a happier Mickey Mouse, maybe.
The fact that it isn't, I don't know, it makes it a little bit more appealing to me, but maybe that's just me.
Steamboat Willie, yeah. But okay, so if I'm not necessarily a Mickey fan, but I don't know if I had this or came across it, maybe for the resale value.
Yeah, you'd be looking just to how much could you flip this thing for?
Yeah, sell it to like a Disney fan or something like that. All right, what are we doing next? Okay, so we talked about this just a couple episodes ago in Hot Book Alert Live number 41. So this is Ghost Comics number 6 from 1953. From Fiction House, Maurice Whitman, cover and art. Okay, so there was 89 or 81 total on the census. And I had a feeling. Okay, so take a look at this. So this 5.5 sold for $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically going for the Mickey.
Yeah. So it's like, which one would you rather have?
I mean, for myself, the Ghost, but you would think the Mickey would be better in terms of like long-term resale. You would think. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, I can look at. Here's the actual listing. Because the one in Hot Book Alert Live 41 that we talked about, I think that only went for like a couple, like a few $100s, but that was a buy it now though. And this one, this one was a buy it now, but we're talking like thousands here. Can you understand the appeal of why I would go for so much?
Totally. I mean, I love this book, man. Maurice Whitman, I love. You know, this vibe. I love. You got the blonde and the red dress. I mean, god damn, man, this book's got a lot going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real quick, that Mickey sold for $8,400 December of last year.
Uh-huh.
And then it had, and this is in a 5.0, and then it hadn't sold since August of 2013 in 5.0 since then. So it's a decade in between when that book sold. Anyway, so but $8,300, so it's on a pretty big dip.
Wow.
$8,400. $8,400.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to get you off your rhythm here.
No, that's cool.
So the Ghost Comics, though, it's like like Fight Against Crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a kind of like, I would call it almost an homage to Fight Against Crime number 20, probably. That's why this is like one of those books.
I'm just now noticing this face in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like just now noticing it. Yeah, this is a great cover. It's so nice we had to talk about it twice within a month.
So okay, so you got this book. Let's go to this book. I want to take that out of my cart before I lose my mind. So you have this book, which is kind of in the same vein, pretty much. It's like they kind of stole the same lady and everything. I put it in the private chat. So this is a 5.52. Number 11 right there. Yep.
This one.
Yep. So that 5.5 is going for $11,000.
I can see why.
Decapitated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yep.
Woo.
So that's on the list too, boys. Eventually.
Wow. Okay, so which one would you rather have, the Chamber of Chills or this one?
That one. Easily.
Okay. Damn.
That's harder to find, in my opinion.
You know what? I would agree with that. So Fight Against Crime 20.
Mm-hmm.
It won $11,000 for this 5.0.
Oh man, I saw the. Oh god, this is on my comic shop too. Why? I've been looking for this book forever too. I don't know if I should show it. Should I do it? Should I do it?
I mean, for the sake of the show, why not?
Yeah, why not? So I've been looking for this book for like probably on and off for like 4 years. It doesn't come up much. It's a 6.0. I threw it in the private chat. It's a 6.0, man. Oh my god,
this is a classic. Yeah,
and it's super cheap. I mean, for the grade, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if they would trade it. If we, I got some trades. Mm-hmm.
They'd have to connect you with the seller, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, is it truly? I should look at this. Is it because like a 3.0 sold for like pennies back in the day, and I was pissed I didn't get that one in the grand scheme. And then all of a sudden, so on so the other one's $28.50, and this is a consignment. So yeah, I would have to like get in touch with a girl from my comic shop to get, you know what I'm saying, Like I would trade my Underworld Crime 11 or 7 for that book easily. And it's about the same deal, roughly.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is really nice.
Really nice. You know what? I'm gonna write myself a note. I'm gonna call her tomorrow.
It's too late for him, but she has a fighting chance.
Yeah.
But the rat spelled out, it's dope, man.
This wasn't used in Seduction of the Innocent.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It should have been. It should have been.
That's my goal for next year. Is just to read Seduction of the Innocent. Like, I just want to read the damn book.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's next? Okay, so Captain America Comics number 66. So this is from 1948. So we got a Sid Shores. I guess you can call it a good girl cover.
Yeah, I dig this. Did we talk about this one before?
I have to imagine, but I think the sale was so strong. I figured we should talk about it again. But 68. But I was searching through the slides, but I didn't see anything from the past slides.
Okay. I don't know. I thought we talked. I don't know. Maybe we just looked at it like on the screen, like looking through some sales or something.
All right, so we had a CGC 6.0 that sold for $22.94. I mean, I'm sorry, $29.44. Yeesh. All right, so let's take a look. Look at this. All right.
That's a lot of chipping for a 6.0, huh?
Yeah. So the rest of the book must be like pristine.
Yeah.
If that's
damn
the
near
case.
Perfect. I mean, it does look pretty clean.
Again, we have like ads for chicks. Pretty much on the cover.
Yeah, you read this at home, you go to school, and you go, "Hey, yo, Betsy, I was reading Captain America last night, and I read about something that might help out."
Yeah, your complexion sucks, sweetie.
That's funny. I actually like this cover. I hate fucking Bucky's, but this one's actually, I don't mind this one. It's like he's kind of getting shot, so it's kind of dope. At least he's getting murdered.
Dying, so
getting marked out. So yeah. Is that like the first drive-by cover, you think? Because she's kind of on a drive-by, right? On the old, what do you call that? Ford, whatever the hell it is.
There's got to be some gangsters driving by in a car.
Okay. So the True Crime is a drive-by, and this is from 48. Yeah.
Is he? But I think he's on foot though, right? Even the car's behind him.
No. Yeah. He's He's on foot. It looks like he's like it's like he's. If it weren't for that,
he's out the window.
Yeah. It looks like it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First drive-by.
Yeah, this cap's a good looking color.
Oh, come on, man. I'm just saying, I'm trying to bring some light to the trying to bring my urban experience around here.
All right, so so this 6.0 for what did I say, like 29 something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
You like this book?
Yeah, man. I mean, I want some caps, and if there was a few in front of me, I would definitely be looking at this one for.
So for me, dude, it's like the caps are like great, and for me, it's like Timely guys have money. Quality and Timely guys have money, so I don't think I have a problem trying to sell this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But those are guys who, let's be honest, they're old dudes who have briefcases who show up with their comics and briefcases and shit. And they walk around and it's just ask, "Do you have any Quality or Timely comics?" And all you see is modern trash on your wall. You're like, "Yeah, dude, no." But
Well, I guess I'll just move on here with my case
Yeah.
of money.
yeah. Sorry, guys. If you see anyone lying around, you let me know, okay? Like they're just fucking, they're in a box somewhere.
All right. Tales of Terror Annual number 2 from 1952. Okay, so from what I'm understanding, this like these annuals here, they're basically books that didn't sell. So it's just like any random assortment of like EC books that just didn't sell. That's what it seems like to me. You know what I mean? So cuz it's like in each one is like different in its own way.
Could you imagine if modern retailers did this, like Vault or Aftershock or something, like some small indie, like fuck it, we couldn't sell these comics, we're just gonna bound them together and sell them as a, you know.
It would literally be like a class action lawsuit. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, no, just like say Vault put all their properties in like a book that didn't sell. Like you got like whatever their property are, this issue 1, this issue 1, this issue 1, and they bound that shit together and sold it off on a Kickstarter or some shit. Like, yeah. Wow.
It'd be innovative.
Watch next week. Thanks to Dino. Damn it.
All right, so 60 total on the census when it comes to this. And let's see. All right, so we had a CGC 6.0 that sold for 3,650. And let's take a look at this thing. So okay, so they
was
make
this a bin? This is the bin?
Yeah, it was a buy it now.
See, man, why would people why would people do this? Why would you buy on eBay where you could get that book for like $3,300 on my comic shop day?
Exactly. That's what some people just don't know.
And I get that too. Or like they want to be backed by eBay, and like my comic shop's never
But when these sales go though, it'll show them sold on eBay, so they might have gone there.
And they might have.
I've bought in books because they're linked. As soon as you buy it on my comic shop, it takes it off,
which is wild. I want to know how much they paid for the algorithm for that thing.
All right, so it on the label, on the CGC label, it makes a distinction of which books are in this annual here. So it contains Vault of Horror 19, Crime Suspense Stories number 6, Weird Fantasy 17, and Tales from the Crypt 22. So the Crime Suspense Stories, that's the
but all the covers from those books.
I don't I got to imagine they took the covers off of those though. I got to imagine.
You would think, man.
Yeah, because Crime Suspense Stories, that's the classic cover though.
22.
Right?
Yeah. 22. What's 6? We should look. What's 6? I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't just keep it in like a bound collection, right? Like a real bound collection.
Yeah.
6. 6 isn't a bad cover. It's a hanging cover, kind of.
Let's see. Yeah, this one. Crime Suspense Stories. Yeah. Even though it's a reprint, still. I wish you could see like.
Here, I can do it for you. Give me 1 second. Let me use my.
At least the the outside of the pages, because you might be able to tell if the covers are still on there or not.
Let me look. I can't. Okay.
You would think they would just take the covers off, right, and just stack the.
Yeah. It seems like it would be cheaper just to do that anyway.
I guess they don't have a online read. Let's see. They don't have one of these. Interesting.
Okay, so I would have to imagine now if this contained like a different set of books, it would go for less, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe that person bought that so maybe they can rip that book out, you know what I'm saying? Or has that book in there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Just I don't know, I'm just saying.
Good point. That's a good point. All right.
It's like those when you bought those DC packs, remember it had BA12s in them? Nobody's
Yeah.
buying the for the I mean, some people see it to keep them sealed, but most of the people are ripping the seals open to grab a BA12 out of there.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I like this though. This was interesting. All right, what's next? All right, Exciting Comics number 34 from 1944. So this is Alex Schoenberg. We cannot go a hot book alert live without talking about Alex Schoenberg. There's a World War II
Impossible.
cover. Yeah, it's impossible. He's like he's hella prolific, like outrageously prolific.
Well, but it's also, I mean, he did the Marvel stuff. He also was on, some of the more indie stuff. So he's everywhere, man.
Yeah, his output was like is out of this world. Wow, only 35 total on the census. That's surprising to me.
This is one of the better Black Terror covers that he did,
Mhm.
obviously. Some of the Black Terror covers are meh. This one's actually really good.
Yeah, this one definitely caught my eye. Okay. So another from my comic shop. So this CGC 5.0 sold for $1,060.
So say it's we'll just say for shits and giggles, say it's $900-$800 on
Right.
my comic shop.
Yeah.
If you see this on a wall for $800, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah. Big
At a con, right? It looks beautiful, man.
This thing looks better than a 5. Okay, so you got the staining here, which looks like it can be taken care of.
See, and what like the problem is like right now, if you just do regular Golden Age, which I got to talk about, is only it's 150 days right now, or 120 days right now, like a very long time at CGC.
Jeez.
So, just saying.
The last time a 5.0 sold was 2018 for $700.
No kidding.
It's a good looking book, man. 5, it seems harsh.
Very.
Go up. What does it say when it's graded up top, or a serial up there? Let me look at the serial real quick. I just want to see when it was graded. Give me 1 second here. Verify. I am the person. This was graded in 2019. April 29th. Large stain, left center of whole book, through book.
All right. So you can't really pick up on that.
Moderate foxing the cover, and staple russet center of spine.
That's what you're seeing there.
So this is a single staple.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's still attached, that's a big deal.
Well, and the colors are bright. There's no chipping if you look around. I mean, for the most part. Yeah. Damn. I think they were a little harsh on this one. Maybe because a large stain left the center through the whole book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing you're really going to do there. I mean, I guess you could individually go through each page and try to clean it up, but it depends how bad it is inside, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Looks much closer to a 665. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I like this a lot. All right, what are we doing next? Famous Funnies number 215 from 1955. So we have a Frank Frazetta, Buck Rogers story. His Buck Rogers stuff was pretty wild. All right, so 72 total on the census. Let me see if I can find the listing. Where's the listing? I know I got it around here somewhere. Or do I? Yeah, here we go. All right. So, okay. So we had a CGC 3.5. I sold for $15.25.
All right. Trying to see what's going on. He's killing a squid. Is that what's going? Killing an octopus?
Let's see. Yeah. So it's got his chick. No, he's shooting it. Damn. Frank Frazetta, he never did like the superhero stuff.
Mm,
I mean, did you consider Death Dealer a superhero? I guess
nah, it's more
Like the
fantasy.
main
fantasy.
I wonder if Marvel or like Timely or DC ever approached Frazetta to do a cover or to do anything.
Mm.
I mean, I could see Stan just saying, this is not what I envision as being superhero art. He was pretty particular.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I guess it's like asking somebody who did like DoD, like Dungeons and Dragons, or something like some kind of like science fiction stuff, and try to cross it over with superhero stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think in the modern world we're more accepting of different people, like Peach Momoko, right? So it's like more animated and not like realistic and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine because I always thinking about like a guy like the author of Conan, Robert Howard.
Mhm.
Like if he were alive, because he died like literally just a couple years before the golden age of comics, before superheroes, and I
Mhm.
always think like how he would have reacted to that. Would he have done stories for these superhero comics or not? You know what I mean? I
or
always
come up with
just
his
think about
own.
that.
Come up with his own heroes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he would have teamed with Frank Frazetta. You know what I mean? That's
Imagine.
that's a what if right there.
That's what we missed out on, man. That's what we missed out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Stan being protective of things, obviously between him and Kirby, right? Like I think too many cooks in the kitchen. Obviously, we all know how out with Moore and all that shit went down, and it's just like this stuff that happens, and
I mean, listen, if you think about why Marvel Comics were so well connected and so good back then, is because they were all these guys were working in the same room, right? I mean, you had basically Stan Lee, keeping it all together, but the Marvel bullpen and all, they're all within earshot right now. I would say half of these artists probably haven't even met each other in person.
Right.
And you just get, it's just a hell of a lot harder to keep it all tied together the way it was back in the day.
I'm thinking, okay, so the closest to this style of art, in my opinion, would be Steranko. I'm not saying it's exactly like it, but it's like kind of close.
yeah.
I can see what you're saying.
Am I far off?
Right. I just when I think Frazetta, right? There's just a certain kind of art that comes to mind immediately, and that's the case for most people, right?
I had a guy approach me or talk to me about. He had a Frank Frazetta signed book with like 4 other people, and he wanted $1,500 for it, but he never sent me a picture of it. So it was
No kidding. Oh
yeah.
wow. Ghostwriter Frazetta. This is my favorite type of Frazetta right here, like the Ghostwriter stuff, or the Golden Age Ghostwriter. Now, see this right here is another like favorite Frazetta. Like I'm not a fan of the Buck Rogers stuff. I'm a fan of this more so. Let's see what else. And this one, look at this art, man. I'm shocked this book doesn't. Well, I mean, this is the Spanish version, but Ghost Rider number 5, if
Mhm.
you can find it, I'm shocked. Like Ghost Rider 5 doesn't go for so much more.
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
Damn, that is beautiful art. All right, what are we doing next? Okay, Haunted Thrills number 6.
I
So
love this cover. I love it.
okay, so this is 1953 Ajax Comics. So which one do you like? So you like this one better than the Devil Horrific?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Pre-code skull horror cover. All right, take a look at the census here. So we've got 44 total. Only 44.
Hmm.
And let's see, what did this thing go for? Because I don't remember. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so we had a raw copy that sold for $800 this week, and then you compare that to the raw copy that sold for $1,800 last month, and then the month before that you had a 2.0 that sold for $1,700. So I think somebody got a deal on this Haunted Thrills number 6. So let's take a look. Let's see what's happening here. This thing is beautiful. So this was a buy it now or best offer, and somebody just jumped all over it for $800. They didn't even try to haggle.
So the bottom right's missing a piece in the
A
corner.
little chunk, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't affect too much. I mean, you still have the
Mhm.
dice there, but
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me too much, to be honest with you.
no. Maybe pop bottom staple. It looks like
Let's
maybe.
see. Let's see. No, it looks
Okay.
intact. Let's see if we can make something of the top staple. And not seeing, and it okay, we got more pictures. Okay, so this is okay, so the staples are attached.
They look clean too.
Covers attached.
Yep.
Yeah, man, not bad.
Hmm.
What is going on here? What is this guy doing? So he has a mannequin and he's walking off with it. This creepy guy's walking off with a mannequin. Totally innocent here. Let's see what's
Oh, the back cover.
Oh,
What?
he got himself a
Oh.
doll girlfriend. He got himself a real doll.
So wait till you get to the last photo.
Yeah, that back cover, man. Holy, cut right in half. Holy shit.
Yep.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, damn.
that one, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's still sold for $800, even though that back cover is just like mangled
Hmm.
and
Dude,
missing.
that's a big tear, man.
Wow. Damn, somebody really wanted this.
Hmm.
Dahmer for Dahmer. Yeah, exactly. Wow. And it looks like there's tape on the, you can see like the tape residue right there.
So that kind of worries me because the staples were so clean.
Yeah.
And you saw the tape residue. I wonder if they put staples back in it. Just me being that dude.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the bottom, so if you look at go to the second picture or third picture there.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. So you see how the covers, I know it's folded upwards, but it's kind of not aligned, kind of.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not saying they did the best job back in the day, but it just kind of alarm bells kind of ring off how it's not,
Damn.
just kind of my things I see.
So this thing's selling for $800, man. That's impressive.
It's a classic cover, man. So you told me in the beginning, so you asked me if I take this one over the other one. They got the devil in it in the background. You got this motherfucker rolling snake eyes on people. Just saying.
Okay. All right.
And he's in a top hat like a G.
All right, you paying $800 for this copy though?
Not for this copy. I mean, I rather spend the extra $800 and get a full copy like the $1,600, depending on how that looked.
Right.
But again, I don't know how far. So 53 I wonder. So theoretically, I wonder if the backs of. So let's do a little digging. So if I go to my comic shop, I look at Haunted Thrills, right? Can you show me the back picture of that cover again on the listing?
Boop, 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 boop.
So this was number 6.
Where is it? Okay, right here.
Okay, so there's a 7. So back cover on this one. That's not the same. So I wonder if they had like the same cover on the back of them. So let's look at 5. What I'm trying to do for people who can't see it is I'm trying. Yeah, okay. So number 5 has the same back cover as number 6. So you could do some digging around. I mean, that's still a big boy book too. Not cheap either. It's a skull cover with all the ghouls and goblins coming out of the skull. It's sick. Yeah. I mean, that's not a cheap book either. But I'm just saying, like, if you could find that back cover on a cheaper book, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think this inside ad will be there too?
I don't know. I'm just going off back cover. Yeah. Okay. That's what people do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to find. Like, if there's a common back cover, you know, like everyone had a Red Ryder BB gun cover, you know what I'm saying? Or ad on the back of a cover, whatever it is. So just trying to make it work. I mean, how an 8.0 of Haunted Thrills 5 is $10,000. So sick.
Look at this. I'm surprised I missed this back in November. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is a 2.0. And there's this chunk missing right there out of the cover.
I don't know if you're sharing, Carter. I'm just seeing.
Oh shit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was looking at right here is this 2.0 that sold for $1,700.
Damn. All right.
After 33 bids.
And you said the back's fucked up too?
Yeah. See, take a look.
Uh-uh.
It's not that bad as the other one, but
still.
Well, yeah. I was wondering why I got a 2.0 because the front didn't look so bad, but there you see it. There you have it.
You got that little corner chipped out. So yeah.
I mean, some of these Haunted Thrills are low key some of the greatest covers when it comes to like this stuff too. So like
I agree.
Number 2 is kind of dope, but obviously 5, 6, and number 9 are pretty dope. 10's pretty cool. So I mean, obviously 13's ridiculous with the Nazi cover kind of skull dude. Mm-hmm. It's insane, but yeah.
All right, what are we doing next? Wonder Comics, number 15 from 1947.
You trying to get this one too, Ben?
I love these Wonder Comics, man. I love them all. I love the Schomburgs. I don't know. The vibe on these is just like this is a big this book is going for a pretty good price. Yeah. I've looked at some beat up ones over the years, but I was watching this sale.
Okay. All right, so take a look at the census here. 110 total, with the highest being a 9.4, and there's like 6 of them. All right, so we had a raw copy that sold for $12.50. So let's take a look at this thing. So this is the one you were looking at?
Yeah, there was a couple of sales for this book. I mean, it was just too beat up for me. Like the lower left-hand corner on this thing was just more gnarled than I wanted.
Yeah. Okay, so this sold for $12.50 after 58 bids.
Yeah.
So this thing was busy.
Like it's not in the greatest condition either.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just like a lot of moisture damage.
It was just, I thought you might be able to snipe this thing cheap, and I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
No such luck.
Okay. Now, would you contest that's Schomburg's hand in the cover? Same.
Schomburg self-portrait.
Mm-hmm.
He got a Coke thumb.
You know it happens.
This one gets a big premium from a lot of his airbrush covers, but this one and then the the Robart, the Bender,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
these two get a big premium.
I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this splash page here.
Not at all.
That looks great. Tara.
Yeah, there's some great Tara covers out there, man.
So she's a space piratess.
Yes, she is.
The Grim Reaper. Okay. Jill Trent, Science Sleuth. So there was girl power back in the day. What everybody talking about?
Plenty of girl power, man.
They're just buried in the back of the book, about 3/4 of the way back.
I don't know, man. Schomburg represented on the covers time and time again, man.
Okay, it looks like it could be cleaned up. I mean, it's not gonna be done for that, for all that color lift, but it looks like it could be still cleaned up though.
A little bit, yeah.
What would you grade this just as is though?
I mean, it's probably gonna get a heavy soiling. I mean, I'd probably say 1.8.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you get it, I was gonna be generous and say a 2.0, but
yeah, I was 2.0, but I'd say 1.8 on the. I was gonna be a little conservative on it.
Okay. Man, this thing is really nice though. To me, okay. The I was kind of put off by like all of this, color lift and then this little piece missing right there. But I don't know. The more I'm looking at it, the more I don't mind it so much. Just because like this here, the most important part of the cover is preserved. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it that much. Sold for $12.50. And you know what? Let me see if there are any other copies available of this.
I think there might be a couple out there, or at least one other one.
Okay, so there's a 1.0, and then you got a 4.0 for $3,000.
Actually, there's a lot of copies listed.
There's a 6.0 on my comic shop for 4 Gs.
Oh wow. Let's see Golden Age. Let's look up Golden Age. Okay.
Yeah, that one above your cursor up there, 6.0. Mm-hmm. That's the one on eBay. That's CBCS one.
Ah. Okay, so everybody wants like a grip, like a hell of a grip for this book. So, all right.
Yeah.
So okay. Does it look like whoever bought it got a deal? Not to rub it in, Ben.
No, man, I'm happy to miss out on this one. It was just too beat up for me.
All
mean, there's a 1.8 on eBay right now for $1,200.
Yeah.
Tell me which one would you prefer? Hold on, I'm gonna drop it in the chat.
Is it this one?
Yeah, that's it.
Yikes!
This thing's pretty chewed up in its own right, obviously.
But at least, the cover's not as bad as the other one. I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I'd probably take this one.
Wow.
No, maybe not because the back seems a little.
Yeah, that back is awful.
Yeah.
It's close though, man. I mean,
yeah. All right, what are we doing next? Okay, so 2000 AD number 2 from 1977. So this is the first appearance of Judge Dredd. And this is a book that I don't know. Do you ever see this book at all?
No, I never see this, but there was always something alluring to me when I was a kid by Judge Dredd. I don't know why. Like before the movies, like when I'd see those comics, like I would grab them because they just felt so I guess, for lack of a term, foreign, but there was just something about Judge Dredd comics that just felt cool to me. So I'd always buy them up. But I've never come across this.
I haven't either. I've seen 2000 AD, just not this issue. It's always like other issues, like 7 or some kind of random.
Right.
The 2000 AD stuff, all of that. I don't know. I would always grab it.
Just because, so, but you do see it, even though it's like from Britain.
I mean, I would back in the day, but it always stuck out to me whenever I came across it because you never saw it anywhere. You know what I mean? That's why.
And there's 2 different versions of this comic too. One with stickers, and one without stickers.
Yep.
So just so everybody knows.
Okay, so damn, only 100 something on the census. That's surprising. I thought it'd be more.
Well, you got to think too, like grading wasn't as prevalent overseas, right? Theoretically, you know. So I bet you there's some in these. I wouldn't say in boxes and comics as Americans came over and like Chris and everyone else comes through, but it's like I bet you there's collectors over there have them in their boxes because they don't grade books, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, they're so far off over there in terms of like the values of comics. I picked Ultimate Fallout 4, 1, 2, 3, and 6 for like 6 to 7 pounds a piece, and then I sold that stack for like $650 when I came back, or the 1 in 25s.
Yeah, they don't care about American books over there. They just
the collectability of it is not it for them.
So what were the shops like?
I mean, they're pretty well organized. I mean, they're stacked, but they break out a lot by like authors and artists and stuff. So anybody English, like Alan Moore always has a section. Gaiman always has a section. Like they break them out by a lot of that kind of stuff, but like ratio variants rarely marked up, if any, much at all. Forbidden Planet is much more of like an American style. They run that more like an American kind of comic shop.
Yeah.
But the shops that sell old books, I mean, the stuff that they mark up are it's more of like the silver and the bronze stuff. But there's all sorts of, if you're willing to dig, there's all sorts of stuff to be found over there. I really do like digging in England. But yeah, they just don't think about this shit the same way we do.
So there are stores like dedicated to comics as opposed to like, okay, you it's like teamed up with a bookstore, but it's just
they're I mean, London's obviously one of the biggest cities in the world, but there are, I can think off my head, Gosh is a pretty big one. I'm gonna forget the names. There's one in Notting Hill. Like they have dedicated comic book stores. So
nice. All right, so this one sold for $2,226. So it looks like it has the sticker sheet. So let's take a look.
Yeah, that's respectable. 226 raw.
I'm surprised Judge isn't on the actual cover. I'm trying to see. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. So this makes all the difference right here.
You got to share.
Oh, shoot. Damn it. Here you go.
It's okay. Yeah.
So I was looking back. All right. So this is all it is right here.
The stickers. Yep. So that's the stickers. I would call it B or second printing or whatever the hell you want to call it. Didn't come with the stickers. So.
So it's not a situation where they were removed. There's just a version with no stickers.
Okay.
So the problem is, like, you don't know if you have a 1 or, I mean, maybe off of the indica number, you might see a 1 or a 2 or something, but theoretically, you don't know if you have a 1 or a 2, maybe. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not going to, it's hard to find those stickers anyways. Yeah.
Okay. Damn. So I wonder what the sticker sheet by itself would sell.
I can look. Biotronic.
probably the difference between having the magazine with or without, right?
So they have the comic and the stickers, and ones are right now going for like $1,200 with no bids. So, and that's the sticker sheet separated, I guess theoretically. But let me see if I got sold. Let's go sold. Did somebody sell the stickers? $937 for just stickers.
Just for the sticker sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
A 9.6. Oh man, let's look at Watts count. So a 9.6 went off on this book on eBay. Let's do 100. Let's look at let's look at 130 point and let's see what they have. Where I lose it at this one. It was a best offer. So
Okay.
let's see what we can see what I really sold for. $12,500 for that 9.6 down there.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Go up a little bit.
Oh, this one. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
$12,500. September 14th,
Holy
2024.
crap, man.
Mm-hmm.
The love for Judge Dredd is real.
It doesn't even fit in the slab.
No, I know.
Wow.
Is that a magazine size one too?
It
looks like
it. Yeah.
It's gotta be.
It doesn't even fit in that.
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'd be worried about it. I mean, I know it's kind of pinned in there, but I'd be worried about shaking her. You know what I'm saying? Like damaging even further in the case. But
yeah, it's supposed to fit in that well. You see where it's supposed to fit in the well? It's just like they don't care. Freaking UK they are so spiteful. They make these like ill-sized comics. They don't fit in bags. They don't fit in boards. They don't fit in boxes.
Read the damn thing and throw it away. That's what they want.
I know, right? It's not for storage. It's just for reading. They're spiteful.
Well, it's like, you know, I know they have Judge Dredd in there, but it's like, who's reading that? Like, you know, from 1977? Like, you know what? This is going to be a big character in 40 years. I want to keep this book. Yeah.
Right. All right. What's next? Okay, Spawn number 229. We're jumping in the modern age here. So this is the 1 in 25 Todd McFarlane sketch variant. So this is the Hulk Annual number 1 or number 2. I forget. Hulk Annual number 1, right?
Cover Steranko cover, right?
Yeah. Okay, so 74 total on the census. And
I can't wait.
Okay, so we had a CGC 9.6 that sold for $520, and we had a raw copy that sold for $491 after 11 bids. So the CGC 9.6 was a buy it now or best offer. It seems like if he had just put it up, that seller had just put it up for $600, it probably would have sold for that much. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, man. I mean, these are every one of these 1 in 25s from this are tough. This is, for me, this isn't one of the better ones, but it doesn't matter. They all go for 500 plus. I want to say this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a really strong sale. Yeah, I'm not that moved by the cover, but I thought the cover was. I thought the price was impressive.
Yeah, man. These always fetch you a good price.
All right, this book here. So, Uncanny X-Men 221. This is the reprint. So, which has X-Men Classic underneath and distributed by So Much Fun. So this is the first Mr. Sinister. Now this is a book that every time that I had this, like, it was always beat up. It was only like after like years of searching that I found like a decent copy, you know?
Yeah. That's been my experience. I've got one of these somewhere, but yeah, I mean, this is a great book. If Mr. Sinister's your character, this is a great version to get.
Yeah, to me, this is the version. This is the version to have. I know, like it's like of all the books that I sell, like this one is staying in the collection for whatever reason. It's just staying. All right. So, only 108 on the census. 598s. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, man, 598s. That's nuts.
And speaking of, so we had a CGC 9.8 that sold for $12.60.
See, I don't know if you're gonna get the bump though, like from the movie, or or not the movie, but the movies and or the impending show.
I mean, if there's gonna be, I mean, he was in the show, whatever. I don't think anybody cared in terms of the comics, but if they're gonna cast and do that character, man, for it to get a bump, it's got to be well cast and
it's gotta be like Thanos level, right?
Yeah, exactly, man. It's just showing up ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Star Wars. Next up, Star Wars Dr. Aphra #1. So this is a 2017. So this is a Neff box variant. I have no clue what the hell Neff box was. I had to read up on it. So now here's an article from Star Wars. So this is Star Wars Comic Collector blog post. So Neff Headwear started in 2002 as a maker of beanies for snowboarders and skaters. They have expanded from selling headwear in a single shop in Utah to selling headwear and other apparel over 45 countries worldwide. In December 2016, they offered licensed apparel for Rogue One, available in a limited edition box, which included an exclusive cover for Dr. Aphra #1. This is the only Neff box offered to date.
Yeah, it's a white people thing. It is. I mean, it is.
No lies told. So this box can be ordered at Neff Box in the months. So this blog post came out in 2017. So I got to imagine there are none available anymore. But so here's what you got with that Neff box. So you got a beanie, probably a shirt or okay. So here you go. Here you go, right here. You got a hat, a beanie, ball cap, Funko Pop, T-shirt, and then you got this comic right here. Oh wow, okay.
Which is probably put at the sorry, it was probably put at the bottom of the box. Probably, I would assume the comic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, I know people pay a lot for this book, but this is like not my favorite Nakayama by a long shot.
By any stretch. Not by any stretch.
I'm going to be interested to see what this sold for.
Okay. All right, so take a look at the census. 27 total, 292s and 2 signature series. All right. Okay, so CGC 9.2 sold for $1,400.
So there's a 9.4 on eBay right now with a Nakayama signature on it for $1,000.
You think you could have sold for that full too? Just because it's so damn
I
rare?
bet you this guy's had it listed forever and he just took whatever's close.
I mean, all right, I don't want this to come out the wrong way. Here's the issue. People have been waiting for Dr. Aphra to hit the screen for so long, but like people are so pissed off with Star Wars, like and the problem is, I don't want to say the problem, but they've leaned so heavy into casting female characters that I think people would groan if she came to the screen anytime soon. Like, I think they need to sort of right the ship before they can bring this character and people like get pumped up. And it's hard, right? Because didn't she she was around with I'm not a Star Wars guy, but wasn't she around with like Luke Skywalker and all that stuff? Like, she existed in that in
Yeah.
that time. So like, what the hell are you gonna do? You have to recast everybody to really make it work.
Yeah, it seems like she teamed up with Luke Skywalker in the comics at some points.
Yeah.
So she's like a contemporary. So yeah. I know I still have at least a couple copies of Darth Vader 3 9/8 left. So I'm waiting.
I have one too. I got a Darth Vader figure rolling around my bin somewhere.
Yeah, I've got one. I mean, there's a lot of those. What's the one everybody loves? The purple one. That's the real the
fifth printing,
fourth or fifth, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
fourth.
Listen, I think they can make the character work, but I just think there's so much disagreement around Star Wars fans. They got to figure out what the hell they're going to do with that property.
There's a lot of bad will.
Yeah.
What's next? All right, Thanos 13. I'm surprised this book has made the slides. So this is the 1 in 25 Raphael Albuquerque variant. So the first appearance of Cosmic Ghost Rider. I remember that when this book was like super hot.
The hottest book.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know I've never come close to this at all.
Me either.
I know
Mel had like 2 or 3 of these.
That's what I'm gonna say, man. Mel. When I think about this book, I think about Mel. It's like Mel and this book go hand in hand in my head.
I know Sleepy had this.
Yeah, it's an infamous color up book on the back.
Yeah. All right, so 389 total on the census.
All those 100 or 200 books right there from 96 to 92, color rub central, baby. All could have been 9/8.
Could have been a contender. All right, so we had a CGC 9.6 that sold for $570.
I still can't believe that book's selling for $570.
That's what I'm saying.
Does anybody really give a shit about Cosmic Ghost Rider at this point? Like anybody at all?
Not no more.
I mean, they were talking about. Remember, they were talking about like, oh, Ghost Rider's going to come around. It's going to be cosmic and all this stupid stuff, and a movie appearance and all this crap. I thought this would be like a $300 book by now, or $250 or something like that. Like people would have fell off and not cared two shits about it.
Especially in a 9.6.
Yeah.
But it's still going strong, and from the blurry picture, I mean, it looks pretty decent. You know what I mean?
It hit $1,000 back in 2021.
For a 9.6?
9.6, yeah. 9.8, forget it, man. 9.8's sort of like a mortgage.
I mean, this looks good.
I want to say the back right has the most color rub on it, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly.
9.8, 3,400, September 2022.
Yep. And what was this book when it was out? What, $100? Something like that? What was it going off on Ross? Anybody remember?
I want to say, shit, man, because like if it was going for 100,
I thought so. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm thinking I would have bought it for. I don't know. Maybe I would have bought it for 100. I don't know.
This thing had to be going for more than $100 raw, man. It had to be going for 3,
4. $460. Sound about right? Let's see what Midtown had it for. Let's see if it shows up. 196. It was $280. That's what it was coming out the gate.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a great cover. But I know I never came close to this.
I didn't care about it either. It wasn't like, oh my god, I need this book. Like,
you know, I used to think this book was like from a con in Albuquerque. That's what I didn't realize.
That name doesn't sound real, does it? Doesn't it?
No, man. It reminds me of Bugs Bunny. I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque when he's tunneling under all those Looney Tunes. Ends up somewhere he's not supposed to be.
All right, what are we doing next? Black Widow number 2. So this is the 1 in 20. I believe it's a 1 in 20. Stephanie Hines variant. I remember having this book back in the day.
Yeah,
this book was
a beauty, man.
This book was hot.
Yeah, this is a great book, man. This is a great book.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm surprised by this. So 28 total on the census with 12 9/8s. Huh. I know the copy that I had, it was kind of like, it was like, you know, it definitely wasn't a 9/8, but it was just like decent. All right, so we had a raw copy that sold for $240.
I don't hate it, man. I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What more did I want to say about this? This looks okay. So when you look at Stephanie Hans's art style, it like varies a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's got pretty wide range, and there's something about this one though that the gun, Black Widow, just kind of like in the silhouette, and then that smoke against the red background. I mean, this just I don't know. I really do like this book.
It was something like about that 2015, 2016 time frame where Black Widow was like all the rage.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Scarlett Johansson was perfectly cast as the character. Um, Worked well with the rest of the team. You know, the Avengers team. That and she was awesome in um, Winter Soldier. I mean, yeah, that was kind of a perfect storm for the character.
Mm-hmm. All right, what are we doing next? All right, Spider-Man Life Story number 3. I
I'm going
this
to
is
tell you what I don't want to see on this. Okay, so I
okay.
sold
Okay.
I sold them, but what I don't want to see is that I could have sold this book and had bought that Planet Comics. So like this, I do not want those threads connected when I see the price of the sale of this book. I sold this one in number 4. Was that the 9? Yeah, it had to be 90s.
Mhm.
Together for like $200, like 2 years ago.
You know what? That's not bad. That's not a bad price because I think from what I remember, I think it went for about that much.
All
All
right,
right,
all
so
right.
let's see. Let's see. Okay, so this is from 2019. I love this cover. I remember when it came out. I tried to secure copies, but it fell flat. I remember trying to get it. I think I got tried to get it off of Midtown, but it couldn't. And luckily, this was at my one of my local comic shops, and it was there. And I bought another copy like maybe about a year later or something like that. But I knew this book would just be. I knew this book would be at least a moderate hit just because. But all right, so we had a
All right,
raw
all right.
copy. Yeah, sold for 179, and then you had a CGC 9.6 that sold for 250
All
this
right,
week.
I can live with that. I can live with that. I remember when I was digging. I remember where I was, what point. I mean, I remember everything when I came across this book. It's one of those things that kind of stops you in your track. I just looked for it forever,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd gone through the store. I was going to check out, and there was a short box at the counter of variants. So I'm just flipping
Oh,
through it before checking out,
yeah.
and then I see it, and I'm just like, I have to catch my breath for a second. I'm like, holy shit, $20 on it. So
Hell yeah.
and then they had the Kari Andrews number 4 as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
pulled them both for $20 a piece. So
I remember number 2 being like hot for a second because that was the first appearance of the Black Goblin.
yes, 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 yes. Yep.
I like I love this cover.
Yeah.
It's like of all the books that I sell, I think this will stay in the collection.
Yeah, I kind of regret selling mine now, but whatever, man.
I hear you. You
You
got a
gotta
good
keep you
price
gotta
for it.
keep you gotta keep moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next up. So we talked about this book on Long Story Short on Thursday. So this is Power Girl number 27. This is the newsstand edition. This is a Warren Lowe cover. I couldn't find any CG. Were you able to see the CGC on this?
The
Just
census
for the
on
newsstand?
they don't break it out because you know they're just starting to do it, so they don't have any. They'll track the sales, but they won't give any census data on it. So, but this book had, I think we talked about it on the show, like 16,000 copies ordered for
Hmm.
the direct. So it's not a heavily printed book.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this is from 2011. And okay. So we had a CGC 8.5 that sold for $400.
Yeah, I mean, I've been screaming at people, don't sleep on the newsies from these classic, books from
Hmm.
the late '90s, early to mid 2000 periods. I think they're just going to continue to rise in price because you can't get hands on them, and they're super collectible, and you can distinguish them from the OGs.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? It makes me wish I had stalked my Barnes and Noble a little bit closer for because they did sell comics.
Yeah, man, I was in there looking at them. I wasn't even thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like I would go in there and look at them. So yeah, 100%, man,
They sold
100%.
comics. Damn.
But we have a debate on long story short, right? It came up on the show. Is this a top 3 Power Girl cover?
Oh yeah.
And some people said yes, some people said no. So, anyways, if you're curious, we're gonna explore the debate on Thursday. So tune in, and you can chime in on whether you think this is one of the top 3 Power Girl covers or not. There's a lot of contenders, so check us out.
This is definitely one of the top for sure.
I would think so. I would
Yeah.
certainly think so.
I've been saying for sure a lot, so excuse me. All right, what's next? Okay, so this book. Now, I'm going to try to go the next Hot Book Alert Live without talking about Mark Spears Monsters. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. But this is Mark Spears Monsters #1 from Keen Spot. So this is the cover A. This is the regular cover A, first print. And take a look at the total 12 so far on the census. And with a couple of 9.2s and the majority of them being 9.8s. All right, so there were a lot of sales for this book this week, and they were pretty much all in the $100 range. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get this one. I was happy enough to get the Bride one, which I think they said there's 2,000 that they made. Keen Spot did not heavily print the first cut of these at all.
Hmm.
So while I think like a lot of people, I'm getting a little burnt out on all the Mark Spears talk, and that's not a knock on him. He's a great dude, want nothing but the best, but like it's been burning hot, hot, hot for a couple of weeks here, and um, it tends to burn itself out. But yeah, just be careful because I mean, at least the ones coming up from Keen Spot, the next rounds are going to have significantly higher print runs, and I know there's some stores releasing low print run stuff. So, if it's like his stuff, by all means, grab them. But I mean, there's just been so much Mark Spears over the last couple of weeks, so much.
And speaking of, this is something that you sent me. So this is the Kickstarter version of this.
Yeah, this was a foil, so I don't even know what the distinction between because I'd seen the regular cover and it's
Hmm.
more of that dark green background, but this
Yeah.
foil, I don't know what they were limited to. Small regardless, because I was talking to him about this, and the Kickstarter print runs were tiny, but this thing for almost $700.
Okay, so so this is different from so this foil is different from the Kickstarter
So
or
this is a Kickstarter. You can tell
okay.
by the the up in the corner there. but it must have been like an add-on or something within the Kickstarter.
So this is a variant of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like an add-on or one of those if you buy so much you can get access to this. So
Damn. Okay. This looks good. So this sold for $618. Oh, oy vey.
yeah, big
Man.
sale. Big sale on
Mhm.
that thing.
So he's got some DC superhero stuff coming out. Okay. And I was thinking about his art, and it kind of reminded me of I don't know. Tell me if I'm off base on this. Yeah. Um let's see. I know I spelled it wrong. Am I off base that it kind of reminds me of this?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's not too far off. I know I'm probably going to get skewered for this, but and I want to be clear, it's much more raw. But there's an Alex Ross quality to some of the stuff that he does. Now,
Mm-hmm.
not the refinedness, but like the glow to it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That uh, that I think about when I see a lot of his stuff. Now, they're obviously playing two different games, but there's just some I get that vibe sometimes with like the shimmer in some of his covers.
Yeah.
What's up, Tony? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey there. All right. What are we doing next? Okay, I believe this might be the last one. So this is Modern Warfare 2 Ghost. Now this is a trade paperback, but the cover is it's a Jim Lee cover, and it's taken from the variant for #1.
Yeah,
Which goes for a little something something. And if you take a look here, so this raw copy here is sold for $150, and then you
Did
compare
somebody
it.
mistake it for the comic itself, or is that what the trade paperback goes for?
Okay, so look at these sales here. So back in November, one sold for $50. I mean, October sold for 50, and then November sold for 99, and then
All
this
right,
one jumps up to 150. So
all right, all right.
so it's easy to get it mistaken, but at the same time, it's like, all of that is there for it.
Yeah,
It says trade paperback and all that kind of stuff. So I guess this trade paperback is worth a little something. Is worth a little money.
we've talked about it in a long story short, man. There are a lot of trade paperbacks out there that have value that people
Mm-hmm.
sleep on. So
Oh yeah, I love this. The Alex Ross similarities are prevalent with the prevalent in the Bird City witch monkey. Yeah, yeah.
agreed, Bruce, agreed.
And that's it.
All right.
Okay. We've been at this for like a little over 2 hours. So Mr. Longshort,
I'm going to bed, but we will see you guys on Thursday. If long story short is your cup of tea. If not, we'll see you back here on Sunday.
hell yeah. Listen, it's a party everywhere Ben and I go. It is a straight party.
Is it ever?
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. All right, bye.